We're here with Theresa. She's from the upper Midwest, and she is on the sales team at Schaeffer Manufacturing. Theresa, how did you get started with Schaeffer?
Well, I was not aware of Schaeffer until my brother-in-law Brian introduced me to the business. Really knew nothing about the oil and grease business, but needed a change in my life. So long career with the medical industry, and I got a little burnt out, and my brother-in-law knows what type of personality I have, and he thought, I'm going to let Theresa know about Schaeffer and how it's done wonders for himself and his wife and their relationship. So yeah, I took the leap.
So tell us about your sales background. Before joining Schaeffer, had you ever been in sales?
No.
Never?
Never. But I've always had a strong customer service background with the previous career. Yep, in healthcare, yes.
And so, out of curiosity, you just finished your first year?
Yes.
And what we normally hear with first year people, if you're doing everything right, I mean, if you're kind of going after it and really getting it done, our goal is to have you guys, we feel like you guys are really making it and on the right track. If you do $75,000 to $100,000 in new business your first year, how'd you end up?
Do you want the number?
Yeah, give us a ballpark figure.
Well, take that and almost double what I'm supposed to be at. So,
okay, so
yeah.
Significant.
Yes.
And so did that surprise you?
No.
Why is that?
Because when I went into what I'm in right now with sales, I set myself a goal. And that goal was something I knew I wanted to achieve, and I've always been that way with myself. If I set a goal, I know what that goal is. I tell it to myself every day. In my mind, whatever the case may be, and I knew I was going to get there. I didn't realize that it was going to be even more than where I was at, but.
What has surprised you most about the decision to join Schaeffer? You said, man, this really surprised me. I wasn't expecting this. What would that one thing be?
The camaraderie, the feeling of family, support, faith was a huge one, which I think is unheard of. And I know that when you work in an environment like ours, you need that. I mean, otherwise there's no structure, and you feel like you're all by yourself. So, and in sales, that's what you need to succeed.
So there might be some people out there in the audience looking at the lubrication business. I mean, we're dealing with engine oil and hydraulic oil and gear oil and a lot of things that a lot of people equate predominantly with males, right? So what's your experience been being a female salesperson in what's considered to be a predominantly male business model?
I have run across several men that will either say, well, you're just getting sales because you're female and you're good looking, or whatever the case may be. But then I've had some men, business owners, after watching me do a presentation, a demo, and discussing and helping them figure out what type of oils and lubricants, and they'll say to me, you know what, I was blown away. I cannot believe all the information. You know more about oils and greases than I've ever known about oils and greases, and to me that's a huge compliment. So
has it been an obstacle for you, or you found it to be something that just has been kind of neutral at best?
Yep, I think being a female and knowing the product really well, because my job is to help people, right? So knowing what I know is actually going to benefit both of us. So it does really help being a female with that.
Great. And one last thing, Theresa, I wanted to ask you. So you've been with the company now just going over a year and then your time frame. If you could give one piece of advice to the people that are watching this video, because a lot of people that look at the Schaeffer model are skeptical, they're not sure, is this model for real, whatever. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's considering coming to Schaeffer, what would that one piece of advice be?
My advice would be to wake up with a good attitude every day, know what your goals are, know what you're striving for. Practice what you preach. Don't go out there and try to be like a snake oil salesman, because that's not what our job here as Schaeffer's reps are. We're different. We defy the status quo. So just be driven and don't give up.
Well, Theresa, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck in your second year.
Thank you so much.
Okay.